Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Welcome back to the most reliable weekly podcast on the platform. We are on top of things, and it feels fantastic. Do you remember when we used to wear the headphones to do the podcast?
Yeah, I kind of miss it. I do. I felt more in the moment when I wore the headphones.
You can have some if you want.
But at
We've got
least
them down here.
I don't know. I don't really care that much. It's just I feel more in the room when I'm not wearing headphones, but I feel more concentrated on the podcast when I am wearing headphones.
What's new?
Not much. I've been painting my garage. That's been fun.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah.
We're going to see you disappearing next.
Yeah.
Ben was painting his house, and then 1 minute he's fucking disappearing.
I'll tell you what, something that is worth talking about. Ask Chuck about this. It's worth covering twice. Will Smith, man. Me and Chuck went to see Will Smith the other night in Manchester. So
I've seen a lot about this online.
So I went into it thinking like me and Chuck have been talking about this all year. Like, we need to go see Will Smith. So I finally just bought the tickets a day or two before.
How much were they?
Like £60 a piece.
Jesus, fair play to you.
Yeah, whatever. You're seeing Will Smith, who
A-lister.
Yeah, he's literally an A-list celebrity, and he's got some bangers. Let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna go see Will Smith. What's he gonna be like though? Because of all the, is he controversial? I think he's just going through a bit of a meltdown. Let's face it. So they're thinking what's it gonna be like? Are you really hoping? God, I hope it's gonna be great. I hope he's gonna come out straight bangers, and he's gonna be like a real showman. He's literally like a Hollywood guy. He must be a showman. So then it started, the support act's on. We get
Who's
them.
the support?
Couldn't tell you. These two DJs.
Oh, the radio DJs out there, BBC radio DJs.
Yeah, I got there and it was sweltering, and we stood towards the front. In that little pocket in
Victoria Warehouse,
yeah,
horrible venue.
That little pocket in that corner on the right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
you could get a bit trapped, to be fair, but usually
awful place.
Not many people stand there. So we're just there sweltering, watching this DJ, God, this is shit. Anyway, Will Smith's on in 10 minutes. Right, sick, hyping up. He comes out, getting jiggy with it. Brilliant. Yeah. You're like, fucking hell, he's starting off with an absolute banger. Goes straight into Miami. I'm like, this is sick. And then he goes into at the end of the Miami music video.
There's that other version of
Miami.
Yeah.
So he goes into that, Club and I'm like, okay, I get this.
Does he do the full songs?
Yeah.
That's good. All three verses.
Yeah, that was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
But then he goes into just some stuff that you've never heard. Now, Will Smith, I feel, has got more songs that actually have some sort of meaning that aren't just written by the worst songwriters in the world that have just thrown some words together. Because some of them genuinely were, it was there's one called where he's going on about I am bulletproof, and he says bulletproof about 50 times. You are bulletproof. He's saying to the audience, it's about right. having your own back and whatever. And you just say this is so empty, this song.
Yeah, shite.
But then he'll pull
Drivel.
it back. Yeah, so 60% of the set was that, but then maybe 30-40% was MIB.
Yeah.
and Switch is great,
Switch is good song.
And there's some
Forget
really
how many
great
good songs he actually
in there.
has.
But I just left feeling so I don't know. It was really bittersweet. I loved being there, but I'm just there he's why is he doing this? Why is he playing? He wants to be playing Manchester Arena.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a validation thing for him of the tour's probably more for him than for the fans. Do you know what I mean? Because he's taken so many L's. He did the slap with Chris Rock. He had the public humiliation with his wife.
Yeah.
And even before then, he was on the YouTube Rewind, kind of clowned on for that. And he's not really been taken seriously for a long time. And I think Hollywood's probably on pause with him at the minute, probably don't want much to do with him. So he's probably right, I'm going to do this for myself. And then there's the AI thing, isn't there? About the concert. And I'm not convinced about that. I think it might be AI enhanced and upscaled, maybe.
There's something going on there. Let's face
there
it. His
is.
team's trying to make him look better than he is.
Do you think that's it? Because I did see some footage that looked organic, and it did look rammed, and people did have signs.
Yeah, On that note, have you? I don't know whether you spend much time on Facebook. This is
I do, I spend loads of time on
this
Facebook.
is a totally
mate.
different topic.
Oh,
but
shit,
but
I
you know
need
when
to
you
keep my laptop open, I've just remembered because Facebook's doing something in the background.
when you're scrolling on Facebook and your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing a lot of like ads that are AI?
Oh yeah.
Like it'll have that like kind of blurred like bokeh effect.
Yeah, I hate it, mate.
Can't stand it. They all look the same.
I'm so sick of AI, and I'm embarrassed that we used to use AI for those songs. But I mean, I think they're hilarious.
I'm not embarrassed by it. I think it's a great tool for the thing that we used it for.
But it's just so like, I am a bit embarrassed by it. I'm just gonna check. I always get really paranoid that I've not pressed record on the phone. I need to get a mirror back there. I am embarrassed because, I mean, I'm not embarrassed that we did it at the time, but I'd be embarrassed using it now. I would happily use like the bibliothèque song in the video because we've established that as like a staple. But like, I won't be using it going forward. It's just like so. I'm not even coming from a place of like it hurts the artist.
No, because if it wasn't there, we weren't exactly searching for a song to use. It's just
I guess the argument of it hurts the artist is a true argument, which is that it's trained on real artists' work. It's also, and I'm not even coming from a stance of it's bad for the environment and it uses however many liters of water. My issue with it is more just that like it's just so cringe now, and I'm personally so sick of seeing AI on everything. On Twitter, I love Twitter at the minute, and I'm scrolling through Twitter and it's like 10 natural disaster videos and they're all just fake.
Yeah.
And I'm just so sick of seeing like fake stuff on my timeline.
This is a totally again another tangent. But when Apple announced like Apple Intelligence and that.
Oh, another thing I'm pissed off about, mate.
So I was so amazed that they announced like the AI as the feature rather than leading with like, like the touch up in photos or whatever. Like that's the feature. You should be branding that rather than saying like, "Oh, iPhone now has an AI." They should be leading with the feature rather than like the functionality.
They need to be seen to be talking about AI specifically for the shareholders.
Like I don't care about AI. If you've got a thing that uses AI, just tell me what it is. Ditch the word AI out of your marketing, and you'll do better.
But the shareholders want to hear AI. The problem with AI in a grander scale is like AI has existed forever.
Yeah.
Like pedestrians on GTA 3 use AI. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine. Photoshop has had like content aware Phil for over a decade.
Who's he?
Oh, he's a great lad. He's always aware of the content, which is a great use of AI. But it's when it's this, and I guess I'm part of the problem, tarring all AI with the same brush. It's the zero effort. Like there's a festival that I was kind of looking at us going to called like the Volksworld or something. It's like a Volkswagen festival.
Perfect.
And it's like, I'll take the Golf.
I'll take the Mercedes.
They'd probably love it. Car people, they'd probably buzz over out.
Van people love my van.
It's a lovely van. Is your van,
VW
mate?
owners, they're livid. Honestly, they all wish they got a Mercedes.
But all the marketing, the poster, the ticket thing, it was all just AI, and it's like one of your fucking Volkswagen community would have probably designed you something for free. But anyway, I digress. I've got something to talk about.
Go on.
This is so dumb. So, as we were discussing earlier, and it's kind of the theme for my September, I'm really broke.
Yep.
I am very, very poor at the minute. It's my own fault. I'm aiming for like a financial goal at the end of the year, and I spent a bit too much in Japan. And blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I've got...
Some would say not enough. Like, if it was this country, mate, you'd have spent way more.
That's true. But I'm like clambering for every penny that I can get. And like, I've got like, over the course of like the last 2 or 3 years, I've accumulated like a little bit of cash, like maybe 90 quid in cash. which includes like, you know, pound coins and stuff. We're talking like at that granular level. And I'm like, I need to put this in the bank. And I use Monzo. So how do you pay into a Monzo? It's like you got to go to a pay point.
Yep.
Nearest pay point's a mile walk away from here, which is quite surprising. You'd think they'd be everywhere in town. So I'm Googling, and I like on Reddit, which is not the best source of information, but on Reddit they're saying like a lot of the pay points are now just refusing to let you pay in. So I'm like,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
The reason for having it is to
apparently
like
it's
increase footfall.
It's a big breach of the pay point and retailer agreement to refuse, but apparently a lot of them do refuse because it's just a service they don't want to provide. So I'm like, I text my mum because my mum's offered me this service before because she can use cash in the pub.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I give you 90 quid in cash when I next see you and you just transfer me it? So I'm trying to organise that. Anyway, then I have this amazing idea of like, I can spend this cash. Right?
What? Right, okay.
So I took a tenner out and I walked round to Sainsbury's.
I walked round, cash is actually real.
I walked round to Sainsbury's round the corner and I got a pizza, ristorante, and some other bits. I spent 8 quid and I'm stood at the self-service and there's no staff there and the self-service doesn't take cash, so you got to be that awkward guy that's like, oh yeah, can I pay for this? And they're like, they have to stop what they're doing. And I paid for it with cash and no money came out of my bank.
It's great.
And I was like, oh yeah, cash is...
do you remember pre-2010?
As much as I hate using cash, I literally forgot that it was a legal tender that I can actually use to exchange for goods. Yeah. And it was like big brain energy. So now I'm living off 80 quid in cash and a Greg's gift card that's got 30 quid on it.
Oh, you sorted for like
and then when we do these, obviously we get to expense the coffee.
The only reason I'm here for a coffee.
I mean, thankfully I'm doing a podcast every week, so I can justify expensing.
You're doing every day.
I can't get enough of them. That was my little thing I wanted to share. I just thought it was funny.
I remember, again, right, I promise we'll get into what this video is called in a minute. I remember my good friend Milky used to go out with like 50 quid in his pocket and he used to leave his bank card at home because he's like, that's actually real money. Like, if I pay in cash, that's it now.
Yeah, it's like fake money in it, which even though it's like the realest money.
Yeah, but if I then take my card out, I'm then doing like damage to myself because I know I'll end up spending it because like as a concept.
And he would as well. He was a real kind of great lad. But
if I can see the cash being spent, that's like real money. Whereas
he'd probably have spent 200 quid back in 2010.
Yeah,
he'd get so happy when he's drunk and he'd be buying everyone Jaegers and stuff.
Anyway,
good lad.
It's the end of summer.
It is. Well, just after actually. This will be dropping probably late September.
Yeah. Well, it's so 22nd of September is the final day. Oh, it's the first day of autumn, 22nd, 23rd, which is when we get back from our little trip that we've planned.
Can't wait for that trip,
So we have one more thing to do this summer.
It's great to have something in the calendar again.
So I thought it'd be good to just go over the absolute belting season that we've had. You know when I find myself doing this a lot. You know, when I'm like dealing with sponsors or like with festivals, and they probably just see us as like some whatever YouTube channel, because I imagine they work on like a need to know, like not a need to know basis, but they know enough just to
the bare minimum.
This is a client that I'm dealing with, whatever. And I always catch myself using terms like festival season, and I realise like we are so pinned to like the festival season. Like there's a real peak of our content, which I don't think you get with any other YouTube channel. I need to stop doing that and saying like we have a peak because that
don't tell them we've got a peak.
It devalues the whole.
I mean, to be honest, like while it is a peak because we're uploading every week, if we were uploading Wild Weekends every week and we had a good Wild Weekend, it would perform the same. It's just not. Yeah, don't tell them there's a peak.
there's
Do you remember when there was like the thing of like December apparently used to be like your best AdSense month on YouTube?
I thought you said it's the worst.
Well, there was the understanding that it was the best
because Christmas, everyone's trying to flog stuff.
I don't
retail goes mental. I thought it'd been November because it's all. Well, wait, actually,
it was understood like a few years ago that December was your best time to upload.
Makes sense.
And then we released like a load of stuff in December. It just didn't didn't deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, it delivered on the views, kind of, but it just didn't deliver the revenue.
Yeah, I think people kind of like hunker down during the winter months and start to be a little less like, well, they don't go out as much, let's face it. And if you do go out, you go for a night out and that's it. And then your default is, I'm going to go back to my cozy flat house, whatever, and not spend much time outside. Last year, I spotted a real gap in the market.
Yeah.
Where's the autumn music festivals? Like late autumn music festivals. All you need to do, right, is just bring a nice jacket.
Got loads of them, mate.
And some wellies. Everything else remains the same, but you maybe get some hot hands. We could have a hot...
industrial size.
We could have a hot
hands.
Activation.
Yeah, like
they'd love
Bovril
activation. Yeah. Oh, Greg's would be there.
It is annoying because festivals, I mean...
Up north, I think it'd do really well.
I truly don't understand why there isn't. Like, we've proven in England that we're resilient to extreme weathers relative to where we are. You know, you've had your downloads as wet as they can possibly be and as hot as they can possibly be. So why... I honestly would love to see like a bit more in the off season, and I've been scanning the festival calendar as we plan our winter content, and there's literally fuck all. Like there really is no, and it's like I'm not asking for like a January camping festival.
And you got sites like remember when Slam Dunk was at the NEC, and that was like
Birmingham.
Yeah, and that's like at least 75% indoors.
Yeah, you're right.
and great site for a festival, especially whether it's summer or winter. Like,
I mean, like Damnation do theirs in November.
Yeah,
and that's at the Bowlers Exhibition Centre in Manchester, which you haven't been to.
No, I haven't.
But it's
is that by side of
It's in like an industrial estate. The country's first industrial estate. Fun fact. It's grey and dreary.
I thought that was by Trafford.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there, yeah.
But they run it well in November. I'd love to see like some more stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. You know, when people say like, you guys need to put on your own festival.
Oh, there's not enough fucking time in the day. I can barely keep on top of what we're doing now.
Plus, you'll all complain about, they're just booking the same 3 acts again.
They moaned
about... Download do it. They did it for fucking 10 years and got away with it. Why can't we?
They're about to do it again this year. At least one of them next year. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see that. And some of my favourite, not my favourite, but like I've had some great times at like Neighbourhood, which is in like, I think that's in like September or October, and Damnation, certainly. I'd love to go back to Damnation. We just don't have a video in it, unfortunately. But like personally, I would love to go back. I had such a good time personally at Damnation. But yeah, it has been a big season for us.
Yeah. What's been your top 3?
My top 3 of the year?
Yeah.
Festivals?
Yeah. Festivals.
Are we talking like best festival or just best experience for me?
Well, I'll tell you what, best vibe. Tell me the one with the best vibe.
See, sometimes the best vibe is like the worst vibe. Yeah. What I mean there is like, so immediately like the 2 that spring to mind for me are DEF CON and Fuji.
Yeah.
Because like, while...
You gotta have the yin to have the yang,
yeah,
right?
like the DEF CON was so good of a story and of a memory to share with amongst ourselves, because it was all of us kind of just like blown away. and you know, if we went to like Leeds and half of us liked the bands and half of us didn't, we wouldn't all have the same mindset and opinion, but because we were all united through our disgust at hardstyle, you know, I could argue that was maybe one of the best takeaways and experiences from this year. And same with Fuji. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like we've reminisced more about Fuji Rock than we have about probably any other festival this year. Certainly me and Bridie have. We were talking about the showers and stuff, and remember the queue for those showers, and that's what's good. Like sometimes, I mean, things are never like bad.
I've been saying this for years, mate. It's the reason why Leeds Fest 2010, and the reason why we're all such good friends. It's because we've been through these like 4 traumatic times.
Yeah,
like going to these festivals and being like in a shitty mood and seeing like not your friends that they're literal worst, but like when they're in a shit mood, and then
the thing is,
then
as
you
well,
realize it doesn't really matter.
At DEF CON specifically, like none of us were in a shit mood like at any point.
Nah.
Like we were all united in like, this is laughable, but like you're still laughing. And at Fuji, yeah, we did all kind of enter a shitty mood at one time or another, particularly the shower queue. But like then it's the excitement of like, how do we tackle this together as a group? And I think that's what some of the audience maybe doesn't understand, that like our biggest complaints are still like amazing memories. Like I had a blast at Kendall Calling. It was great. I got to see Chris. It was chill. There was no pressure and we had some fun. But it wasn't as amazing as Kendall is. It wasn't like a standout, remarkable and unique, because we've
Kendall's
been before.
just solid in it. Like
Kendall is great, and I will return as often as I can, and I don't have a bad word to say about it. But Fuji and DEF CON, for me, are 2 of my 3 top ones. And if I had to choose another, I'd probably say Coachella, which I know is boring, but like
Coachella.
Boomtown. I forgot about Boomtown. We've said enough good about Boomtown.
Yeah, it feels easy to say Boomtown, doesn't it? But still best vibe.
Boomtown is amazing, but you know, you can't argue with like going to Coachella. It's still such a vibe for us. It's still such a novelty, and
it is, unfortunately, it's a bit pay to win, but it does the job.
Yeah,
you really do win when you're there. It's like beautiful weather.
Everyone is on a constant good vibe.
Everyone's on a good vibe. Everyone's just there for like literally a good time. Zero drama. Everything's a novelty.
I'm so glad we went, because we weren't going to go, were we?
Yeah. It's my birthday this year. So.
And we will be returning. I'm telling you, we will be back.
Yeah.
Birthday weekend 1?
2.
Cool. I often wonder what's the best weekend to go. I know what's the best weekend to go personally.
Yeah.
But like, what's the best weekend to go for the video? I think it probably is weekend 1, but also I don't care.
Yeah,
it'll deliver regardless.
I'm looking at this list that that person that sheet that you sent into the chat that somebody put together for us. That one.
Oh yeah, so
just as a list of festivals that we've done. And one that I've literally forgotten about is the Butlins weekend.
Hospitality.
Yeah. It's maybe one of the most underrated this year.
It slips under the radar because it's not a real deal. It's a wild weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
it is a festival that we do.
I think if I went to that now, I'd probably have 25% of a better time.
Yeah.
Because I've really realised now my tolerance and love and appreciation for drum and bass in particular is like slowly growing.
Yeah, it's great.
And it is great. And when it was at Creamfields, it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do that hospitality on the beach. Same thing, but on the beach.
I think it's much smaller. I'm not sure. But we were for the record we were invited.
Were we?
Yeah, we were. Would love to go. But it's at that stupid time of the year where literally everything else is on.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So we probably will never go, but
move it to autumn. We'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit of the tides in.
And the worst part is as well, like if we go in midsummer, you know what you're gonna get on the video. Oh, it's warm. I'm way too hot. Oh, I might go for a lay down.
What were your top 3 of the season? You did most of them.
So Boomtown was like my big blowout.
Yeah. You say in the video like, "Oh, it's my last one," and people were like, "He's never coming back."
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't very well articulated by you because you were, believe it or not, you were hammered, but it came across as like you're not doing a festival again. But he just meant it's your last one of the year.
I so rarely get absolutely wasted, but there was one night. It was the night with the bit with me trying to close the van door. I just got absolutely ruined. I just thought, why not? Literally, why not? I've got no responsibilities tomorrow. I'm just going to get literally
You've earned it, mate.
the most as ruined as I can.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. I'd again, DEFCON was definitely up there just because of the contrast and like going to Jarrett on Air was great. I didn't.
Yeah, that was a brilliant switch.
Yeah.
The controversial leaving on the Sunday, which we've done since.
I will give a
2010.
big shout out to Bonnaroo, which.
I just forget. I just forget about Bonnaroo, and annoyingly, it's a hard clash we download again.
Because I had a great time. I did all the things that like me for the past 2 or 3 years has wanted to do. Go to Nashville.
Yep.
Go sleep. Get an F-150 in America. I've always wanted to do that ever since I went to America.
Big van, that innit? Not a van, big
I
truck.
slept in the back of it. Just before sleeping in the back of it, I went to see Luke Combs.
Ding, ding, ding.
What more is there to do in Tennessee?
And then just as an event, like, I will absolutely criticize it rightfully for, maybe not so rightfully, but for cancelling. But the time that we did have there was excellent. The Monkey Bar was great.
Yep.
The Southern hospitality was just amazing.
Yep. Bonnaroo might be the best vibe for me.
Really?
Yeah, like when you think back to it, it had all of the like welcoming nature and the hospitality of like Burning Man, but without the
Burning Man's on now.
Yeah, without the self-righteousness, basically.
Yeah, that's a good observation. That, and it did have some Burning Man parallels. I remember saying on the video, it's like kind of like there's some parallels with Burning Man.
Yeah, and you know what? Burning Man is like reject consumerism and all that. Bonnaroo's just like, have it if you want. Like,
yeah, do
like,
what you want.
Literally couldn't care less. You want an overpriced cocktail? No problem. We'll serve it to you. Do you want them for free? Yeah, you got them as well.
I'll take both. Yeah. The yin and the yang is back again, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's back again.
It calls the yin yang twins.
What was interesting for me is I've learned now, and I maybe should have learned this a bit sooner, that there is no single event that's gonna bring in viewers.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've done we've done everything that anybody that could be like viral, basically.
The amount of absolutely, there is no virality in the event specifically. Every time that we've insisted on doing something, particularly this year, we did. We skipped download, we skipped Leeds for the most part, and we did Fuji and Creamfields and Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is there is no virality left. Coachella only worked because it's so globally famous. But we could go to like Ultra Miami and that'd do well. We could go to, Lost Lands and Shambhala and all. And maybe the only other one with a bit of virality is going to be Gathering of the Juggalos. But
people aren't curious enough. Like people aren't globally
they haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Like every person and their mum has heard of Coachella.
Yeah. Same with Glastonbury. But the only what's the word? The only opposite to all that is Boomtown. I don't know why that one seems to get like it's a video that does well for us. Maybe it's just because it's a great festival.
I'm not convinced it'll do that well for us this year. The other two have got 400,000 views, and this one's done well. It's on just under 160,000 after like just over 2 weeks. But I think with anything that we do, it's kind of you do it once and then it'll generally get less and less interest, which is fine because we still had a killer year from from an analytics point of view.
Who's been your Who's been a standout headliner for you?
God, I mean, Primavera
With
with Chapel Charlie and Sabrina. It's got to be Chapel. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've exhausted her now. What I'm getting into the habit of now is something I never really did before, but like I'm not really asked for seeing like bands I've recently seen. Like whereas I would do like the Biffy tour and the 75 tour, now, and I did just hammer a couple of Chapel Roan shows in a row.
Yeah.
But like, if I've seen an artist within 6 months, I'm not like desperate to see him again. But Chapel for me was the number one headliner. I assume yours was Luke Combs.
I was just about to say that.
He was excellent though.
Yeah.
He's in my top three.
Yeah, very humble.
He's probably my second best. And a new artist as well that we've never seen.
Who else we got?
It was interesting how this year, like, I didn't really care too much about the Biffy performances we saw, and I didn't make too much of a fuss about Muse.
You know, sorry, Luke, but Gaga, man. Gaga was mental.
So your Gaga experience was better than mine.
It was. I like some of the Gaga songs, but my God, like I fuck with Gaga sometimes. Sometimes I don't. But that performance, and then off the back of that, you know, do you see that viral video of like the whole of that beach being filled?
Yeah,
I know it was a free event. Yeah, but that turnout was just stupid.
Like Metallica levels of audience.
And credit to her. That show was like, it was a show. It makes me feel bad for ever calling any of my band's gigs a show.
Yeah,
because that's a show. That's a fucking show, man.
I think with Gaga, I was desperate to. We'd just seen something else because we were coming from the other side of the festival site, if memory serves. And I wanted to. We have the access wristband to get in the front. And I think I was kind of adamant that we experience it from like the crowd. And I think, well, I was coming from the right place of like, I want it to be like atmosphere. I think what we should have done is gone in the front.
Yep.
And did you and Mary go in the front?
Me and Mary went
when me and Bridie left.
Went in the front. And yes, I know. Oh,
the thing is,
it's VIP, but you'd take it as well.
Yeah, you can pay for that. It's not like it's.
Oh, can you?
I think so. I mean, if you can't, there's a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it's a very privileged position.
It was kind of a cut my nose off situation. Thank you, big scissors. But like, by wanting to do right for the video and be like, let's not be seen, because I see so many creators, especially some of the up and coming ones, like they're almost speed running, like become unrelatable.
Yeah,
show experiences to your audience that isn't available to them, and I do think that'll have a negative effect in the long run. And we're still struggling with that, even after having built all our trust and all our kind of rapport with our audience. So it was a case of like, I know it's going to be better at the front, but let's watch it from the back. And what I guess we should do every time now, especially at that event, is just go in the front.
Contextual awareness is key.
Yeah.
Like, Coachella is not a festival for like, I don't know. It's an event that is pay to win, unfortunately.
Yeah. And it's worth mentioning as well, and I don't really know if you know this, Raz, I'm sure you do, but maybe you never thought about it, but we aren't actually like press accredited for Coachella.
No, we're not.
We're just lucky enough to have a mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not like we're even...
Yeah, it's wild.
I've got something to say. We've lightly touched on this, but this is going to be my first time kind of speaking it into existence.
Go on.
I think we should revisit a festival next year. And we've spoke about this a little bit, so it won't be a surprise to you.
Right.
But I think next year we need a double bill. Tomorrowland Winter.
Yeah.
And Tomorrowland.
Oh, I'm down.
And the invite will be going out to Val's.
Yeah.
In the very likely event that Val's just don't want to do it, be great to get Mary in. It'd be great to do those two events now, fully informed.
Yeah, I would.
And there's no clash with Tomorrowland Winter because it's in March.
Yeah, I'd really like to give Tomorrowland Winter a great rep. So we had the dumb British idiot try to sort everything and go to this EDM festival in the winter and just like beg for something to do. We've done that now. I want to see the flip side. I want to see how good can it possibly be.
And let me remind you that I was the one that sorted all of Tomorrowland Winter.
Yeah.
Which is very likely the reason that it fell flat.
but we had zero information at hand.
That is true.
It was just like, buy the tickets.
Maybe we need to get the wheels moving on TMLW kind of now.
There's a load of stuff that I need to get some stuff out my head. I need a better way of getting stuff out my head when I'm not in a position to do so like now.
I just write it in the notes, that mate.
Yeah, but there's a load of stuff for next year that I'm like, I should be starting the wheels now.
Yeah, I agree. This is why I made that group chat today with a few of us, because it's like, right, guys, let's actually start planning the year now.
Yeah. Can we? I won't talk about that. I was going to say, can we go back to using the Google chat? But this isn't the time and place for that chat. like, why are they talking about Google chat on a podcast? Shut up. What's Google chat? Who uses that? Anyway, was there anyone who like caught you out of left field, with their performance this year at a festival? Someone who you didn't think would be good that was shit, or someone like Will Smith that you thought would be half decent but was a bit sad?
God, we've seen so much. Seen over 140 new artists this year, you know.
Yeah. Take that, comments.
God. Sex Pistol. Oh, OMA.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
OMA. Shout out OMA. Shout out Chris. OMA.
Do you ever put any of their videos on?
All the
YouTube?
time. All the time.
Just the instrumental ones?
Literally today, I have listened to the full...
They do well, don't they?
Yeah, they get like 1 million views. I bought on their website like the MP3s from like one of their Lovesick top shows, and I just listen to that every day. Number one gig of the year for me when I do my gig roundup. Unless somehow one of those neck deep shows that's coming up, which I don't have any tickets for and can't afford to go to, but I'm sure I'll end up at one of them. Unless one of those ends up...
They're doing Leeds, Manchester.
They are doing Leeds, I think.
Ah, okay.
Unless one of those is spellbinding, I can't see anything knocking OMA off the top list. What about you?
Yeah, we're the worst two people to do this because it's mostly in agreement.
It was great to drag everyone to OMA and it deliver for everyone though as well. Like everyone that was there was like fucking well in.
Oh, you're on about Boomtown?
Yeah, that was a festival, innit?
Yeah. Some of the ones that kind of like I thought Sex Pistols were going to be shitter than they were because you know they're getting on and like Frank Carter and that, but
excellent,
half decent, yeah. Gaga again, like the bar was high and then she literally lived up to it and went further.
Something I really loved, two performances, Sam Fender and Ed Sheeran at Coachella.
Yeah,
I loved them. I had a little cry at both of them. And, you know, it's the thing, like, it's boring to say, like, Coachella's so good, but, like, Gaga, Ed Sheeran, Sam Fender, and they're not even your headliners. Well, Gaga was, but...
what else we got? I'm looking at Bonnaroo all the time, like, I saw one person, basically. God, just try to think. Anyone that blew me away? Wolfpack at Fuji.
Yeah, really good, man.
And
really cool band. Well, not cool, the opposite of cool, but really good.
Bit nerdy, but like you look at them and you're like, they literally know what the fuck they're doing. Oh God, switch instruments one more time. It's funny. Yeah.
You know what was interesting? So you know, there's a small percentage of comments about like, oh, you're just seeing the same bands and stuff, and I do appreciate like we've fed into that for sure because we've often seen the same bands, but like we missed Vampire Weekend and the Hives at
last night.
Well, at Fuji Rock in Japan.
Yep.
And then, like, I'm kind of glad we did miss them because then when we saw Vampire Weekend at Lowlands.
Yeah.
It's like, God, I mean, we're not trying to see the same bands, but this band has followed us over from Japan.
Yeah,
and
so-
the Hives were in, what was that, Leeds last night?
Yeah. So we were at another festival. Were they at Transmit or something? No, not Transmit. They were at like two or three other
they get
festivals that
about, mate.
we've been at.
Yeah.
And I was saving it all year because I was like, I'm really gonna need to like experience this for the first time at Fuji Rock, because if I've seen it before, then I'm gonna be less inclined to stay, because I'm just gonna be like, same with the Hives. I was really excited to see the Hives. You know how that went. But just to show how like easily persuaded I am, the Hives were playing Leeds last night. Couldn't be asked. So and that's literally just down the road in the comfort of my own home.
You have seen them before, haven't you?
Yeah, I love them. We saw them at Glastonbury. They were
they are excellent. And I saw them
excellent.
supporting the Offspring, and they were fucking class.
Yeah. I looked at the set list though last night, and it was a 9-song set list.
Because they drag him on for fucking 100 years with him doing the speeches in the middle. But that's part of the entertainment.
Yeah, it's great.
He's a great front man. I'd love to have a chat with him.
It was an album release show.
What venue?
You know what?
Stylus.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Bit of a
Great
shit
venue.
that.
Oh, I think it's great.
That's the one with the stairs going round.
Yeah.
If you're not there in good time, you get a terrible
True.
position, which you could say about a lot of venues. The answer would be just get there on time, I suppose. But
If you go downstairs into the pit,
if you can get in there, yeah.
There's a load of stuff. My next point was like stuff that just didn't go as planned, and again we can talk about it all day. Like we got DEFCON. That was just a big L on your part.
Yeah, it was. So talking about the ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like that was
missed
that
the
was
ferry.
probably the biggest L of this year, I think.
yeah.
But it obviously just, it's more law for the video, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, each year we have this kind of, it was Rockworch to a couple of years ago, and then last year I forget what it was, but like this kind of, we've really fucked this up. Last year it was probably Tomorrowland Winter.
Yeah.
Was
that last year?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was so early in the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming up to 2 years
it's
ago
like
now.
it's like a hospitality where I just didn't even think that was this year.
But yeah, but what is it? Something that an observation I made today, because I've been replying to a lot of the comments and just interacting with the audience, which I love to do. And there's a slight theming of like, stop going to events that you kind of know you're not gonna like, which totally understand that. But like when we're recommended like DEFCON literally like 500 times,
yeah,
it's hard to like
say no, we're gonna hate it.
because we know that's what the audience wants to see. And
but then you've also got people going like, oh, but when you go there you might love it.
yeah, and I guess that's the hope in it, because we never forget, like we didn't like Tomorrowland until we did.
Yeah,
But I've not been able to unlock that same click as that we had at Tomorrowland anywhere else. But
what was there a festival was it this year or last year where you had to get the train home?
what, me personally, I had to get the train.
You,
home.
Mary, maybe Chuck.
I mean, we've got a lot of trains.
No, I mean from like
That was last year. That was Roskilde when the flight cancelled. The EasyJet. No, it wasn't EasyJet, but the flight cancelled, and we had to like stay over an extra night. Blah 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 blah. I don't think that was part of the video because everyone.
The festival was over.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been good content, but like, understandably, I guess everyone except me was like really stressed. Which was strange because Mary was the only one who like had to be back in work.
Yeah.
Whereas like Vals and Chalk and me, we were all just kind of like, at the mercy of the situation. We didn't know where to be really. But yeah, it wasn't like, we were all a bit stressy and we didn't really encapsulate that on the video.
Yeah, I think other than DEFCON and Bonnaroo, like not too many like horrible situations this year.
No, and again, if they're the horrible situations, like how lucky are we?
Yeah,
Because they were excellent situations.
yeah.
really, really. I'll soon forget about Lowlands. I already am. It was great, but I'm struggling to recall like specifics of it.
Anything like wow.
Yeah,
like anything
same
like,
with like, take. I mean, let's have a look at the. Same with Pink Pop or.
See that? So they're the interesting.
These kind of mid-season wireless, like, and everything went well. But like the stuff that you remember forever as a great memory and that just makes your experience is the stuff like DEF CON.
They're like the boring saloon cars of like the mid 80s and 90s where like there'll be someone
You're talking to me now. You're
who
speaking my
loves
language.
them, who thinks Lowlands is the best festival in the world.
A lot. I met a lot of people, mate, that think that.
But to us, they are just another festival.
And it is,
and that's the thing. It's not to discredit like that car might be gorgeous and you might think it's incredible. I'm sure it's a valid reason and you might love that festival, but like
we're spoiled. That's our problem. Like
we love this festival,
and you think about like Rock for People. Yeah, I was thinking about this today. So we cannot speak highly enough of Rock for People.
Yeah,
God, it's amazing. But if we went back, like that was our first ever glamp.
Yeah.
It was our first time like going abroad as like the lads to do that.
Yeah.
It was the first for so many. If we went back now and it's one of 10 identical situations, you do start to wonder like, it is the nature of it is like you're spoiled. It's like you imagine an artist playing their first ever festival stage and it's going to be a massive deal to them. But then after I'm on like 150 festivals now.
Yeah.
It's like, and it don't make them any worse, but it just makes them less stand out.
Taking all of the like, all of the like, okay, putting like ego aside and going like, oh yeah, we are very grateful. When it comes to like, at the end of the day, people, a lot of people watch us for genuine. Is this festival any good? And when you're thinking about like as a consumer who generally will maybe do 2 or 3 max.
Yeah.
And you've got to go, and you've got to say with your full chest, as they say now, what's the best festival for you, the average festival goer, to go to and get like a good return on your money,
on your investment.
Like, I couldn't say like go to Lowlands, go to Pink Pop. I couldn't because I didn't go.
I mean, the thing is like, I could. But it's just...
But not in the same way like you could say to anyone, go to Boomtown and you're going to have an extraordinary experience.
I mean, when you go... The problem is, most of these festivals are great.
Yeah.
That's almost like the baseline is great.
Yeah.
So then that just becomes kind of normal.
Yeah. So it's like, what festival should I go to?
It takes something truly spectacular to be something that's really great.
So when it's like, what festival should I go to? Well, what's your nearest great festival? And it's probably like within a 100-mile radius or like 200-mile radius or whatever. But if you want to go to something like exceptional, like those Aussie blokes came all the way to Boomtown.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of people from very far.
I understand that because of how good of a festival that is. And that's what that's what I think maybe we should be highlighting a bit more. To say like, yeah, this festival's great, but it isn't like one that I would say it's worth traveling halfway around the world for.
It is hard.
Fuji Rock is like another one where it's like,
we travelled all that way, so you don't have to.
Exactly.
But it's hard to like manage to be sincere with it in it without sounding like a spoilt brat in a way. I find like I struggle with that. It's like, again, like all of these events are. Mostly all of them are good.
It's the trouble.
And also like no one's going to go to DEF CON as a consumer if they don't already know they're going to love it. So it's almost like a fallacy. And I think while I have tried for us to, showcase as much of the festival and let you know, is it any good? People are really tuning in just to see us. Which is great.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. And I think that's probably the vehicle for next year. It's less review. And like I was speaking to someone in the comments yesterday and They were like, I wish you didn't call this Creamfields video a review and just called it like a weekender because it's not really a review. And I was like, well, think of it as like whatever you want if that makes you enjoy it more.
Yeah.
But it can be both. Do you know what I mean? It is absolutely, it is definitively a review.
Yeah.
We go through the festival
valid,
and review it. But also, like, I need to lean more into that side of like people aren't super bothered about like it being comprehensive. And that's going to be something that shapes the content going forward.
I think to not review it would be dumb though. Like,
well, like
considering we've got, so there's 200,000 subs, right?
Yeah, approaching 220.
So imagine us going to a festival and telling 200,000 people, or however many views it gets, I suppose is more relevant. Thousands of people. Oh yeah, we went to this festival. I'm not going to tell you like what was the good and the bad of it though. Like that, it would be almost like a disservice to be watching. Sure. Like they are tuning in to at least learn a little bit about it and to go. Like, I'm sure a lot of people will be going like, oh, this looks good. We should look at doing that to the partner or something. So and so for going, we should look at doing Creamfields next week. It seems like our cup of tea. Like if you want to do it, then I'm glad we can inform you. But I know that the majority of it is like, you just want to see some Boyd and Galdem having a good laugh.
And like I think sometimes where we've missed the mark is like
maybe treating it too much.
I think Creamfields was a perfect example, like a perfect mix of like review and banter. Whereas something like, I'm just looking at my screen now, something like maybe Fuji Rock, where I felt like we've gone all this way, we need to review this festival, was a bit more to like review, especially with the toilets.
To be fair though, with Fuji, I expected more of a like a cultural and like I expected more of a total difference to the festival, but it was very similar. The only difference really is like the culture there is to be a bit quieter.
Yeah. But you see there's parts in that video where like people are cheering and shouting and
going and
like even the guys at the chicken on a stick shop, they're all like going yeah. You know, so like I just expect, I guess that was the idea with that one, like expected a bit more of a just something completely different. Like we I guess we thought it's going to be like it's worth filming because we're going to be so out of our depth. We just weren't though, really, were we?
Unfortunately, it was more of the same. The food, some of the food was not good. Some of the food was great. The people were terrific. The language barrier, albeit quite a barrier, wasn't that difficult because everyone's great.
Yeah.
We should have just prioritized maybe having a good time and putting ourselves forward and making sure we're totally comfortable.
I think there's something in, so like I said this the previous podcast, which isn't out yet, but it's like quite a deep one where I'm just chatting about my experience this year, and less is more was the plan this year.
Yeah.
And I think we did that in the wrong way. I think less is more didn't work because we still had 18 consecutive weeks of festivals. I think there's maybe something in, let's do the Tomorrowland Winters.
Yeah.
Let's do the snow bombing, just as an example.
Yeah.
Or Coachella, what have you. And let's say we keep the number 18 festivals, just arbitrary, that's what it was this year. But like, maybe there's a week in the middle of festival season where we do just have a break. And which, I mean, I know you do that, but like, I think for me,
no, I encouraged it for everyone this year.
Yeah,
but like I think the thought from us all was like, why take a week off? You know, when I get it though, because
when you've
like,
got the opportunity and you've
yeah.
got a sponsor and there's money to be made and there's people to entertain,
and more importantly, a good time to be had.
Yeah, it is hard to be like, we're gonna have the week off here, but maybe we should. You know, if we.
It's like a band on tour, and it's like.
But then again, I'd just have FOMO straight away if I wasn't at something.
It's like imagine a band on tour. If you're playing like, if you've got Leeds and Reading booked on Friday and Sunday, if you're there for like to play both sides of the festival, and you're like, well, I'm not doing it Saturday. We could put a gig on in Scotland on Saturday, and we could like make a entertain more people. We could make a killing. We could do what we love to do. But sometimes you just got to go, nah, like I need my day off. I need my downtime.
And do you know what? I think I've kind of that answers the question in a way, because for me, it's not so much going to the events, it's getting the video out in like one day sometimes. So maybe the answer is not slowing down, but changing the upload schedule. So maybe there's one low stakes weekend, let's say like a Transmit or a Truck or a Kendall, where like we go to that event, we shoot it, but then just fucking upload that whenever.
Oh, so this is all about you then?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm the only one that didn't have a break, if you think about it. Like, I am the only person that didn't have a single break. Yeah. And then when we're back from the event, there's no time for me to...
I can't tell you. For me personally, like I have a thing. I did it last year, and I couldn't have done this year without it, where I try to do a weekend on and a weekend off, because I've got a job and I've got a life and I've got a fucking band and shit, and I need to see my fucking family when I fucking can, and just all these fucking plates spinning, and then there's all the admin of the channel that needs doing. I can't tell you how much how nice it is just to have a weekend on and a weekend off, just to do the life admin things of like, oh yeah, I've got a pile of fucking dirty clothes there that need washing from 2 weeks ago. I should do that. Or just like,
yeah, and is value. That's I'd say a luxury that you can have. Like, it's probably the bare minimum that anyone should have.
Yeah.
But I understand how I can't have that, and that's fine. And I'm totally happy with that, and I'm blessed to be in this position. But I think maybe spreading some of the uploads out next year might be... They might perform a little worse, but it would give me that kind of one day of switch off.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I didn't see my girlfriend for a 6-week period in the summer, which isn't life or death, and she knows that's the deal. You know, and she's a completely supportive, but like still that kind of sucks for both of us. And if there was a day maybe where I didn't have to edit straight after, maybe we could have gone out for a drink and a meal or something. So maybe that is the solution for me, because I definitely did get exhausted. So let us know if you think that would be valuable, because I don't want to do less. I don't think the answer is like skip a fest mid-season, because I don't want to do that, because I love them. But it's maybe the less fun stuff, like crunching through the edit to get it out. Yeah.
I think what this podcast has become is a retrospective, which is exactly what I wanted, to be fair. Like a retrospective where everyone's invited to share the views. God, I hate myself sometimes. Too much shut up.
The old corporate stuff.
Yeah. It's needed. But as we're talking about next year, do you have anything that you would like to share, or for next year that you would maybe think about wanting to do? So you mentioned gathering at the Juggalos.
Some stuff. What I really like and appreciate about everyone is sometimes I can say, we need to do this, guys.
Yeah.
And there's like a trust or understanding or mutual agreement that like, that's probably the right move. Burning Man. I sometimes feel like there's going to be no way I can sell the guys on this. But like, and then I'm so refreshed and reminded that like, we're all here for the same reason. We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Coachella was one.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, hell yeah. Burning Man was another. Everyone was like, hell yeah. And I think if there's one must do for next year where I'd implore you guys to just, you know,
clear out your calendar.
Yeah. It would be gathering of the Juggalos.
Any that you definitely want to return to?
I mean, I don't want to do too many spoilers, because I like the festival season being somewhat of a surprise. I do like the idea of us trying to complete the UK circuit. There can't be many more. First of all, I'm sick of flying. I know that's like a thing. That's
You're
first of all, you start to say like, I'm sick of flying, and it's kind of like cool because it's like, God, I'm sick of this thing that's like a real novelty. But like now, I'm truly sick of flying.
Oh, I can assure you, I don't have a fucking cool bone in my body. When I first started saying I'm sick of flying, it's because I'm sick of the piss about.
Yeah, Why do
you think I love the ferry so much?
But in a world now where we're getting like, we can fly to the Netherlands and do a festival, and it does get the same amount of views as like a potential UK festival. I do want to start looking at Arctangent, fucking Belladrum.
Yeah.
Which we now know our mate is like head honcho of the site build.
Yep.
And I wanna what I'd love to have as bragging rights is like, we've done every UK camping music festival within reason. I know there's like, I'd love to do something like Glaston budget. What an easy win that'd be.
You want to target, like, we've done every big UK festival.
Knowing now that like the size and scope of the festival is not related to the views the video gets, I would love to do some more shit in the UK.
Yeah.
Our America videos naturally do get more views, but they do cost at least twice as much to produce.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the flights alone, like it's.
We were floating. We were talking about doing When We Were Young. Now that's not for me. It was Mary and Choc, and me would have been going, but like we're just priced out straight away by the flights. But
yeah.
But there is loads of stuff in the UK that I'd like to lock in,
and it's just so easy. I'm much more available in the UK.
And I love that. And you know, we've done this on hard mode now for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if now we can focus a bit more local with these real anchor events like Tomorrowland elsewhere, Juggalos elsewhere, Coachella elsewhere, but then everything else, UK or Ireland, and then we can get like 5 or 6 people on it instead of the 4, because it's not so much of an issue. You know, and I think that's kind of where we start to look in the future or for next year. And as we sit with Chocky and Mary and Dan and you know, hopefully Varley as well, and we try and plan out this year, you know, maybe Varley would be even more available for some UK stuff, because I know he has some constraints and commitments and what have you. So I think I'd like to do more in the UK.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more new things.
Yeah.
As few repeats as possible.
I think whenever we travel, I'd like it to be somewhere new. Like,
I agree.
Like, yeah, I'm sure we'll go back to Coachella. It's great, and that's
an outlier.
It's a lovely time.
There's no clash with Coachella as well, and it's his birthday.
But let it be known again. Same thing as before. Oh, it's so cool to say this. I'm sick of LA. I'm sick of LAX specifically. Sick of that airport. The whole process of getting out of LA, flying into LA, and then immediately being like, "Get us out of here ASAP." I'm sick of that. Unless it's somewhere new.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's such a privileged thing to say. Like, it matters. It matters for the video. We want to be excited about being somewhere. I can't be excited about turning up to LAX anymore.
I agree. You don't get the It is a
not a nice
it is a
place
lot
to
of
be.
work to get to LAX, to get the bus, to get the taxi, to get the van, for you to drive 4 hours to get to the hotel, and only then does your excitement start. Yeah. Not trying to be a martyr. We are incredibly blessed.
And the thing is, even if we got there a day or two before, we'd still do We'd still do that journey.
We would. But we should. You know, we definitely will continue to do Coachella. It's our new Leeds Fest. But what we learned was it wasn't worth skipping download. I mean, it was worth it for our personal experience, but you know, can't wait to return to download. Can't wait to return to Leeds. Maybe even Reading. Maybe we do Reading for the full thing.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to give Reading a try.
Same. What we got to lose?
You know, well, unfortunately, we'll Leeds a good time in the nightlife.
That is true.
But I would like to try Reading. We I think we'd see a lot of people we know there as well. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like more friends down there. And but we'd also have the FOMO of being like all of our
I think
local friends.
every one of my friends was at Leeds.
Yeah, it was
Like,
literally the reason why.
Whereas at Reading, you'd see more kind of like acquaintances, I feel.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for next year already. We're obviously talking about it already, and
Yeah.
I think, you know, the element of surprise might be mostly gone because I think we have said a lot of stuff. But like even shit like, you know, would there be mileage in us returning to like Bloodstock? You know, it requires 1 day of annual leave. It's fucking funny. And they'd love to have us. They invite us every year and we're very grateful and you know, but these are conversations we need to have. But like, I feel like more so than ever, the world's our oyster.
Yeah.
I'm freed from the misconception that go to Japan and it'll be a massive video. I'd love to go to Australia with you three.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe if we do a lot more local stuff next year, which requires less annual leave, we can have like a trip to Australia for 2 weeks in October, which is their summer, maybe.
Oh, if it says summer, I don't want to be there.
No, but that's when their festivals are.
Okay.
So, you know, maybe there's something in that, but I am excited for next year.
Yeah, I am. I think it's such an overused thing to say, but like it's so to use the word to use the word blessed. I'm not going to use the word blessed then, but it's just really cool that we get to do this every year and get to think about like, ooh,
and
where am I going next year?
My biggest anxiety is that like, God, are the rest of the gang going to be arsed by next year? You know, and I worry about that every year. I worried about that before it was my full-time job. Like, are my friends still going to want to be involved and still do this? And, you know, I was speaking to Mary the other day and she was like, she felt the same. She was like, I'm really worried that one day you're going to be like, I've had enough. And I was like, yeah, I'm worried about that as well. And, you know, last year, coming to the end of last year after Camp Flognor, Chock was like, I need a break, guys. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, you do.
Know, blah, blah, blah. Which rightfully so. And, you know, we made sure to give him a bit of a break until like the main festival season kind of started. But it's just so reassuring, like knowing that we're already talking about next year. I don't have to worry until like this time next year. Yeah,
it's just got to be something new. It's got to be something that we're all genuinely excited for, and therefore that reflects on the video, which means people want to watch it because people don't want to see the same thing over and over again and us go, it's too hot. You've been here before. This is the same thing.
And it's great to see that the channel is still completely sustainable without a big hit. Like, we have done better than I thought this year, and the views are up, which really surprised me.
Less as something that I've been thinking about recently, nothing to do with the channel, by the way. This is just a general summer question. Have you had like a song of the summer this year?
Can it be?
Because I literally have not this year, and I think...
I mean, my song of the summer is like probably either Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Do you mean like a song that's come out and it's kind of...
Well, both.
Because all I've done is listen to Nujabes
and
Shing
O2. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And Chapel Roan.
Yeah. That OMA track.
But like, you can't say like that's the song of the summer.
No.
What is annoying is listening to that, it won't show up on your Apple Music replay or your Spotify Wrapped.
No, because it's all on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it's all that live version, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've even got it now in my Apple Music, but like that won't report.
Let's have a look at my Apple Music. What's my...
Oh, one sec.
What is my replay 2025?
I just got a phone call. I was worried that I'd knocked the camera off.
What do you think my replay 25?
Where is this? Is this just on Music app?
Do you not like Adam? As soon as they come through in like March now. So they used to come through like at the end of the year. You know, like your replay.
Where do you find this? Keep going.
So have a guess what my top played this year is.
Where the Wild Things Are, Luke Combs.
No, it's not. That's number 2.
Is it Luke Combs?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Luke Combs. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
When It Rains, It Pours.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a banger, innit?
Yeah, I finally watched the music video for it. Yesterday.
Yeah, and he just doesn't smile, does he?
Well,
He's just so like he looks like
I get
he
what
looks
you
like
mean
a
now.
toddler who you've took to work, and and the toddler don't really know what's going on.
I get what you mean about like, yeah, she's right to be annoyed.
Oh, absolutely. He's moaning about his missus being annoyed. Like, yeah, I'd be fucking annoyed as well, mate.
I had
You're a
to
knobhead.
just laugh at myself when he's on the jet ski as well. Like in the music video, I was like, yeah, me too, man.
We did that this year. Where is this,
Yeah,
Raz? I'd love to find
My
it.
top 4 are all Luke Combs. Got a bit of a day to remember in there. Make It Make Sense. I guess I played that to death because that was all right.
I just don't listen to them.
No, I hate that saying, make it make sense. I think that's there's even a Sleep Token track in there.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's called The Summoning, and it's that one that we had at Key Club with,
It is
with
good.
a nice ending.
They are good.
Yeah, I just don't.
They absolutely are good.
That's
I'm
the only
just
Sleep
signing
Token
into
song I
my
know.
fucking Apple Music now.
Don't judge me. Yeah, but nothing really from this year. I don't think.
I can't fucking find mine, Raz. Where is it in the music app?
So if you go to
Thrilling entertainment, this for our listeners.
have you got Made for You
Yeah.
on the left?
Oh, it's literally. I've only got 21. It only goes up to 2021.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you'll be pleased to know that my number 1 song in 2021 was Unknown Male 01.
Oh,
by
brilliant!
Clara. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for coming with the agenda, Raz.
Yeah, that's all
I
right.
appreciate that.
Got loads more.
Couple more things. If anyone cares, we are now syndicating, if that's the word. It sounds important. We've just done this ourselves. The Real Deal on Spotify. For anyone that prefers to use Spotify, we're running episodes of The Real Deal ad-free weekly on Mondays at 5 p.m. It starts, or it's already started, and it's starting from Coachella 2022. So that might, if you want to rewatch a video and not get an ad, and if you're a Spotify user or listener, then feel free to check out The Real Deal on Spotify.
Interesting, coming from 2 lads who definitely don't use Spotify.
Absolutely not. Another thing is we'd love to hear from you. If you've got anything meaningful or interesting that you want to say on the podcast, I'm going to reboot podcast@tpd.tv. So send in some shit and we'll try and get like a 5-minute segment at the end of each episode, digging through the inbox. Anything from you, Raz?
Let us know anything you'd like to see in the off season. What we call the autumn winter content.
The wild weekends.
Yeah, what wild weekends do you want to see us do? Anything? Anything that literally you think we wouldn't think of? Any events? Because we're just.
I'll tell you now.
What?
We're not going to do A to Z kebab because that don't make sense. We're not going to do night out A to Z because there's not enough time in the day for 26 different nights out.
Yeah.
But I'm joking to a degree. But any suggestions, do send them. We can't have enough suggestions. And yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll love you and leave you. Nice one, Raz. And we'll see you next week on the podcast. Weekly.
Nice.